everybody. Welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism live session. I promised everybody a Tuesday edition session. This is tonight's makeup session because I took a little break on Sunday, and Linda is not here with me. She had an appointment, so I am a loner tonight. So let me get this started. 1 second. I have to make sure it is in places that I need it to be. So those of you, while I'm doing this, that don't know me, I am Nita, one of the admins of this wonderful establishment that we call Autism and Us. And what I'm doing tonight is a makeup session for what we usually do every Sunday. Let's talk. What did I do? Okay, let's talk autism, where anything autism goes. Well, just about anything autism. So I'm sharing this in a few places. Forgive me for 1 second. And because this is on our main page, you are feel free to share this broadcast tonight. Now, how this works for those of you who are very new to Autism and Us, we usually do it every Sunday. Let me start a watch party. 1 second. We usually do this every Sunday evening. But this past Sunday, a little break, Linda wasn't feeling well. So I just took the opportunity to relax a little bit. And so how this works is, you have a question or you want to make a comment about anything about autism. Anything autism related, we can discuss. I am a parent, just like most of you are. So the chat room is all yours. If you see a question that you can help out with, feel free to chime in. If you have a suggestion, feel free, because I always have questions. I learn something new every time we come on. And let me get a little comfy here. So welcome. Hey, Jenna, how are you? And let me see if I can pull up the watch party, because I say it every week. Facebook does not like me to be great. So I have to pull up the watch party. So feel free to chime in with any questions, anything autism related. The floor is yours. And we're going to try to make this exactly an hour this evening. Hey, Jamie and Cassandra. Hope you guys are all right. Let's see here. And Nicole, how are you? And Joe, hello. Gloria, hello. So while we're waiting, exciting news. We have started a mentorship program in the group. So if anyone is interested in signing up, it's free. If you have something to offer, if you want to do a one-on-one with one of the group members, make sure you sign up to be a mentor. Now, if you want to be a mentee, right now it's kind of confusing either to sign up or not, because the link is sometimey. But if you would like to get mentored by someone who has already signed up to be a mentor, look under mentorship in the group. If you're on a phone, the link is at the top of the group. It'll say mentorship. If you're on a computer, it'll be on the left side. Click on that, and you'll see a list of mentors you can choose from. And this is for one-on-one support. And I would suggest, if you can be a mentor, please do. Please sign up. Again, it's free. They suggest, I believe it's like 7 weeks, 7 to 10 weeks. They suggest you mentor each other, but it's a great way to connect with each other, and you don't have to share any personal information. So that's the good thing. You communicate by inbox, and if you feel comfortable, you can give your mentor or mentee your phone number. We all need a shoulder to cry on every once in a while, and maybe you have knowledge of something someone needs. Someone may be new to the diagnosis and needs someone who's seasoned. Grandparents maybe want to connect with other grandparents who have been raising their loved ones on the spectrum. Or older adults, parents with older adults may want to connect with other parents with older adults. And not just be a mentor, but maybe you can mentor each other, mentor, mentee, mentor, vice versa, that type of thing. So it is a great opportunity. And again, it is free. This is one-on-one support. Thank you, Facebook, for coming up with this. And we're on a trial basis right now. So we're going to see how it works out with everybody. And in about 2 weeks, we'll come back and we'll discuss it on live and see how it's working out for everybody. This is not an opportunity for you to spam other members with your own agenda, that type of stuff. This is for legit mentorship support. I'm going to put the link to sign up, and it's for this group. So if you want to be a mentor, and thank you to all that signed up. I think we have 8 in there so far that have signed up. So thank you guys. Let's make this work. And again, we'll come back and we'll talk about it in a couple of weeks. I'm putting the link to the mentorship in the chat area for those of you who are interested. And check it out. Check it out. One-on-one support. So as soon as I do this, I'll have to look into in the feedback. Okay, the links are up. So if you're interested in being a mentor, please sign up. If you're looking for a mentor and you need that one-on-one support, someone you can connect to, I would suggest to try it out. And in 2 weeks, because this is a trial period, we're going to try it out for a couple of weeks and see how the connections are going and see how it's working out. And we'll talk about it right here on the live during our Let's Talk Autism session. Hey, Elva Victoria. Let's see who else is here. The link, Elvia, I hope I said that right. I'm sorry. I just posted the link in the chat. Now, if you can't see the link or it's not clickable, there is a post under the announcement section with the mentorship. Or if you go in the group, you will see the tab for it. If you're on your cell phone, it'll be at the top. If you are on a laptop or a desktop, it will be on the left side. It'll say mentorship. Just click on that and you can sign up. And again, thank you to everyone who has already done so. Hey, Joe and Mark. Janet, hello. Gloria. Oh my goodness, I just need to get my excitement out. Had a meeting with Colton School today, and they said he is testing to e gifted with. Oh wow, that's wonderful. High five. That is absolutely wonderful, Gloria. That is good news. Joe says learning new things every day. Yes, me too, Joe. Hey, Kathy and CJ, Molly, Chris. Hello. Hi, Hanelli from South Africa. Can't sleep, so I'm watching you. Oh, well, wonderful. Wonderful. Hello, Sonia. How are you this evening? So, again, the reason I'm here today is this is our makeup session for Let's Talk Autism. We usually do this every Sunday at 7. I'm a little earlier than the usual time, but we usually do this at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time every Sunday, and on some Thursdays now. But tonight, since we didn't go live this past Sunday, I decided to do a makeup session for today. So if you are new, how this works is if you have a question, a suggestion, or just a comment related to autism, feel free. It's open discussion. Almost anything autism goes, you know, just don't get outrageous, you know. But anything autism goes. I am a parent just like you guys. Most of you guys are. I'm learning things every day. So feel free if you see a question in either of the chats and it's something you can help out with, feel free to chime in and answer or give some suggestions or advice. So, how's everybody this wonderful Tuesday evening? I hope you guys are all right. Hello from Australia. Hi, Catherine. Yes, the beautiful thing is we have people from all over the world. Beautiful. So I was just talking about, while we're waiting again, the mentorship um, program that we just started in the group. So it'll be very helpful to each other. It's one-on-one. So if you'd like to be a mentor, you can sign up using the link that I just provided in the chat. If you can't click on it or you don't see it in the support group, right on the left side of the screen, if you're using a computer, you'll see the tab mentorship. At the top, you'll see mentorship if you're using a phone. If you're looking for a mentor, click on that, and there will be a selection of people you can choose from. A great way to connect one-on-one. Maybe you're new to the diagnosis. Maybe you want to talk to someone, one-on-one about it. Some of the more seasoned parents, grandparents may want to connect with other grandparents. Parents with adults on the spectrum may want to connect with adults on the spectrum. We even had someone that is on the spectrum. If you like to connect with an adult on the spectrum, that would be awesome, and get their intake on life. We all need a shoulder to cry on. Maybe you don't have anyone else to talk to, and you want to be in that one-on-one. And the best part is you do not have to share any personal information or anything you don't want to share. The connection is made through your Facebook inbox. So that's how you'll connect. And you'll only, if you feel comfortable with your mentor, then you can share your phone number if you want to talk to them on the phone. But I would suggest try it out. And in 2 weeks, we will talk about it because this is the trial, and we'll see how it's working out for everybody. Oh my goodness, you guys are quiet tonight. Catherine says, hi, my grandson is on the autism spectrum. Hi, Catherine, and welcome. Oh, and we love you too, Gloria. Yes, this group is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So, any questions tonight? You guys are really, really quiet. What's going on? What's happening with our loved ones tonight? Gloria had some wonderful news. Her son um, was tested for a gifted program, right? I gotta go back and I want to reread it. Let me go back. I have like 3 screens open. Bear with me. Gloria says, oh my goodness, I just need to get my excitement out. Had a meeting with Colton School today, and they said he's testing 2E, gifted with disabilities. So he's gifted with disabilities. Never say what they cannot do. Our babies are awesome. Yes, they are. Let's see. Janet says the main problem I have is getting my son to leave the house. He doesn't want to go anywhere, and he's almost 35 years old. Gloria responded to her, is he verbal? Does he express why he doesn't want to go out of the house? Sensory overload, anxiety issues. Yeah, it could be a sensory. I would think that too, Gloria. So we'll see what Janet says. And Catherine says, would love my daughter to link in with you. Okay, that would be awesome. Is she part of the group, Catherine? And Nicole says, how do I join the live? What live are you referring to? You are here now, Nicole. You are in the live now. Catherine says, our Elijah lost his support teacher and he won't go back to school. Any suggestions? He lost his support teacher. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He doesn't want to go back? Is that what it is? Because the teacher is gone, I'm assuming. What about homeschool? Have you thought about homeschooling, Elijah? And by the way, we have a great homeschool group. So if you're interested in homeschooling support or resources, we have the Autism and Us homeschool support group. And you can find that information under the announcements section. And matter of fact, the admin of that group is in the live this evening, Victoria. And she says, my lovelies are driving me crazy with their bickering. Uh-oh. That sounds like my son and my granddaughter. Oh my goodness. They have that love-hate relationship. Well, hopefully things will settle down for you, Victoria. Victoria. Hey, Catherine. I hope this testimony encourages someone. Okay, what testimony is that, Angela? Oh, this is not a time for promoting YouTube. If you want to share by typing it out, Ange, that would be fine. And you can also share it in the group. Hey, Catherine, the therapist, the RBT autism therapist. Well, welcome back. Yeah, there's three in here, actually. Three Catherines. We have two Catherines with K's and one with a C over in the watch party, Catherine. Very popular name. Hi, Kayla. Kayla says, my son has the flu for the first time and it's hard on him. Oh, poor baby. I'm not sure how to deal with it. Yeah, they can be really, really down when they have the flu. Um, my son had the flu once, and oh my God, I can imagine. I'm sorry to hear that. Just give him lots of love, and make sure um, he's being treated as he should. Don't take him out the house, and give him lots of love. Jane says, "Hi, I'm a grandparent and live long way away from my grandson and only visit every 2 months. How can I best support them?" Phone calls, if you can't see them, every so often. And video is wonderful, especially when you're far away. Um, Sending them things they need if you can. If you can, you know, the best thing to do to support them is just to be there, be that ear, just be that ear for them. Anyone else have any suggestions on how she can support them? Okay, Hannah Lee, I have a question. My son is 5 years old. He loves giving hugs and kisses, and I mean a lot. With the corona epidemic, any tips how to keep him from doing that? Now that's hard, especially with a lot of our babies, because I know my son, he loves to hug. He loves to grab necks and um, you know put his face up against others. So yeah, that's kind of hard. We just have to um, I guess keep telling them, no, we can't do that right now. And make sure those hands are washed. Make sure those hands are washed, and we just have to try to do our best. Um, I, I, I wouldn't know any other way, because kids are going to be kids, especially when they're used to doing something all of the time. And hopefully, our schools are putting things into place and making sure the kids are keeping clean hands in class, but just make sure those hands are clean. Victoria. Catherine says, yeah, I have some kind of stomach, something, nausea, and not hungry. Hopefully, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Catherine. Hope you feel better soon. It's not a good feeling when you're sick, especially this time of year. It is flu season, so it's not a good feeling at all. Catherine says, I'm hoping she has. I invited her. Okay. So if you invited her to the group, hopefully she answered the questions. So that's what we look for. And if she doesn't, then we go to plan. We have that plan A, plan B. But hopefully um, we can get her in the group to connect. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Gloria. Gloria's talking to Janet. Thank you. Let's see. Casey says, any other moms exhausted because their kiddos won't sleep? I've tried everything I can think of: routine, creating a calming environment, cuddles, melatonin. I'll probably talk to my doctor about it soon. I've just been putting off trying medications. Mama is just so tired. And Kathy says, yes, I exhausted mine. I exhausted too. Mine goes to sleep late but always wakes up early. I'll probably make the medication move. I just worry about medicating our little developing brains. My mama didn't even like giving me Tylenols, and that's understandable. That's understandable. I wouldn't encourage anyone, if you can avoid medications, do so. But me myself, I've been there. I have been there, Casey. I have been that exhausted mama because my son, he's 13 now, but he has literally been up or has stayed up for 24 hours, over 24 hours. Um, and he's done it more than a few times. So at one time we did what you did, tried everything, even the melatonin. It just did not work for him. So finally, because not only did he need his rest, because our babies need their rest, and he was not getting it, he was just being more delirious during the day and acting out more because he was tired. And I was tired, so I was acting up because he was up, so I was up. But I did finally talk to the doctor, and I had to go the medication route. And again, this is not to encourage anyone to use medication. If you want to stay away from it, please seek other natural alternatives. But I did just sharing my story with you guys because my baby needed his rest, and now he does take clonidine, and he sleeps well. And even with that, he's on 2 tabs a night. Even with that, sometimes he fights it off because that little brain is just constantly going. But yeah, I understand being exhausted wholeheartedly. And Catherine says Elijah was nonverbal till he started school. He uses his movies to communicate. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Oh, we have another Kathy too. Kathy, Catherine, such a popular name. Yes, I exhausted too. My go sleep late. Okay. Um. Okay. Thank you, Gloria. Gloria and Janet are communicating. Not enough funding. Casey says I'll probably make the medication move soon. I just worried about. Yep. 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 Okay. Hey, Sheena. My little man just turned 10 and has started self-harm when he is upset, hitting himself in the head, biting his hand, hitting doors and walls. How can I help him to refocus that anger and energy? Um, you said it right there. Refocus, redirect. Maybe try something he likes. Interests. What is he interested in? When he starts that, maybe whatever it is he's interested in, maybe try that. Maybe try taking a walk outdoors to redirect that anger. A calm voice may help. Things like that. Has anyone, now my child doesn't do that, and we've talked about this before, so maybe there's other parents that may have suggestions they can give you for that. And Casey says, yes, ma'am, the tired cycle just continues. Thank you. I'm so glad to know I'm not alone. Definitely not alone, because yes, I've been there trust and believe. And my son, even, you know, being able to have, well, because he has a good night's sleep, when his feet hit the floor in the morning, he's he's at it because he has ADHD also. So I mean, he just goes. Hey Monique, how are you? I hope you're doing much better, healing well. Hey Sharita. Sharita says, "Hello, my son is an adult." Oh, sorry about that. My son is an adult, 31, and has been hurt by all the medications he's been given over the years. My son is now dependent on stimulants because he was given another medication that counteracted the stimulant he was taking for his ADD. He is not taking anything for his ADD and really has a problem thinking. He needs a treatment center that treats adults in the spectrum, but I can't find any either. They don't take insurance or they take specific insurance. Can anyone give her suggestions? She has an adult that's 31 and he needs a treatment center. Um, Someplace that can help him. And we hear a lot about that. Adults, once um, our babies get into adulthood, a lot of services are no longer available for them. So maybe we can get you connected with someone who knows of something you can do for your baby. And again, everybody, if anybody can chime in here, um, her son is dependent on stimulants because he was given another medication that counteracted the stimulant he was taking for his ADD. He's not taking anything for his ADD and really has a problem thinking. He needs a treatment center. So, does anyone know of an adult treatment center for and for someone on the spectrum? Anyone? But she can't find any. Either they don't take insurance or they take a specific insurance, which I'm assuming she doesn't have. So, yeah, that comes up a lot about adults on the spectrum. And it's really sad. There's not a lot available for them. But that's something that we have to work on too. And we're trying to get a list together of resources and make it available to everybody with different things. And hopefully someone in the group will have that information. I would put that in the group, ask that question in the group also. um, you never know, Sharita. So make sure you put that question in the group also, and maybe check out the mentorship area and see if there's another parent with an adult that can give you some suggestions. Kathy says, is it common for them to have both autism and ADHD? How would you know if your child has both? Well, in my instance, now I heard they go together, but they are two different diagnoses, and it's not necessarily considered a common thing, but it's like one of those things that can go with the autism. Um, my son had the two separate diagnoses. He got diagnosed with the autism, um, and then we noticed he was hyper, more than usual. And as he got older, it just got worse. His little brain wouldn't stop. So we had him evaluated separately from the autism for ADHD. So he received that dual diagnosis then. Um, yeah, because not all of our babies are hyper. You have some that are quiet, or, you know, and then you have those that bounce off the walls. But even a neurotypical child can bounce off the wall too. So it's again a separate diagnosis. But if you notice your child being overly hyper, can't focus in school, that was another thing. Won't sit still, always out of their seats, have to be doing something, things that they shouldn't be doing. Then you may want to talk to the doctor and see. Doesn't necessarily mean they need medication. You can try other things like therapy to kind of help calm them down. ABA works wonders too with the autism as well as the ADHD. The autism with everything that's under my son's umbrella, it's worked wonders, plus the ADHD, because she's been helping him sit and stay focused on a task. So therapy can also help with that. Great, Monique. Great, great, great. Glad you're doing better. That is wonderful. Hey, Tammy. And Monique says, my son has both. Yeah, my son and Tanza. Hey, Tanza. Hey, Barbara. Tanza says, my grandson has both. Okay. Tammy says, I have a mixture of both hyper and quiet. He has his good days of quiet. He has his bad day. Therapy, Piper has to be. Okay. Yeah, my son is always hyper. From the moment his feet hit the ground. So, this is a perfect opportunity for me to announce the mentorship program for one-on-one. This is something new for our Autism and Us support group. So if you're in the support group and you want to get one-on-one support and connect with someone, you may be new to the diagnosis. Someone mentioned an adult. Maybe you can connect with another parent with an adult on the spectrum who can give you resources and suggestions of how to help your adult. Maybe you're a grandparent and you want to connect with another grandparent. I left the link to sign up. If you'd like to be a mentor, please sign up. Thank you to all of you who have already signed up. If you're looking for a mentor, just click on mentorship in the group and you'll see a list of those who signed up who are willing. This is one-on-one connect, and the way you connect is through your inbox. And once you're comfortable with each other, if you feel comfortable enough to give your phone number, then you can do so, because we all need someone to talk to. And, this is a perfect opportunity. This is the trial for the mentorship. We will talk about it and discuss how it's going in about 2 weeks. This will give it a chance to populate and get those connections going. And then in 2 weeks during our lives, Let's Talk Autism session, we'll talk about it and see how it's going. And Nicole asked Sharita, what city and state do you live in? Try calling your insurance and asking them. Thank you for chiming in, Nicole. Sharita says, thank you. I've been fighting in Congress. Oh, awesome. Yeah. When I find something to help him, and I would definitely, Sharita. Yep. Advocate for those babies, because they definitely, when they get into adulthood, they definitely still need the help in the programs. So that's wonderful, Sharita. Jeanette says, well, everyone, I got to go. Stay strong, everyone. You are doing a great job. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you, Jeanette, and thank you, Gloria, for the communication with Jeanette. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you for joining us this evening. Okay, so Sharita answered Nicole, Norfolk, Virginia, and she's called everywhere. Well, hopefully, we hope and pray something can be done. Did anyone have, uh, what was the question again? Oh, Sheena. For Sheena, she says, we have tried the pillow method, giving him his favorite things, giving him space to calm down, and he just gets so angry, mostly of himself, and I don't know how to help. Anyone have any suggestions? Behavior therapy. Have you been, not necessarily ABA, but any type of behavior therapy, Sheena? Is he in some type of anger management program to help him? Tanza says, I'm very new to this. This group has really helped me to understand it a little more. Awesome, Tanza. Yes, this has been wonderful for me also. I learn something every day, every day. And welcome. Join us every Sunday, 4 p.m. We do this every Sunday and on some Thursdays, and then every now and then we'll do a random also. Renette says, my son is 11 years old. He has autism. Every day when he came home, I would read how his day went, and a lot of days it wasn't good until I started using probiotic. It's from All Starts. Now he's doing great in school, more focused. Yes, some it works, those probiotics. Some it works for calming, and sometimes with some, just like with everything else. But that's awesome. If they work well for your baby, that is awesome. Okay, let's see. Uh, Jane says I will join a grandparent if can work out how to do it. Oh, okay, Jane. If you want to sign up for the mentorship, I put the link in there, and you just sign up and put which areas you can help with, um, or maybe you can find another grandparent in there in the list of those who have already signed up. But click on the link to get you started. Or when you go into the group, as I said before, if you're on a computer, click on mentorship on the left side menu. You'll see mentorship. Just click on that and it'll take you to the section. If you're on your cell phone, it should be at the top, the menu at the top. Just click on mentorship and that'll get you started. And that would be awesome because I've seen so many grandparents come into the group. So that would be awesome to have grandparents connect that way, one-on-one support. And Sheena says, we have tried OT and speech. Okay. No ABA therapy or any other type of behavioral besides the, OT and speech. So I'm going to make this exactly an hour this evening because I'm going to go and relax, but I want to invite anyone who'd like to join me and say hi to everybody. I just put the invite link to come on live. If you want to jump in and on live and say something, you are more than welcome. Just click the link that I just posted in the group. You are invited. Let's see. The StreamYard link that I just posted. No, ma'am, the area we live in. Oh, really? Wow. And I've heard that before. You would think, a lot of services, I'm sorry, a lot of services would be available. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's something maybe. Are you in a rural area, very small town? Maybe like a bigger city, maybe you can call and see if you can get home therapy. Have them come to, you. Hi, Myra. I have a question. My son is 12 years old and he is autistic. Okay, Myra, what is your question? Hi, Carla. And again, because I'm going to make this exactly an hour, if anyone wants to join me right now on live, I put the link in the chat area. Just click on the link. You are invited. You can come on in and say hi or ask a question if you want. Okay, Myra says she has a question, so we are waiting for Myra. I'm in a small town. This is Sheena. I'm in a small town in North Carolina. I am trying to get in touch with Autism Speak. Okay, great. Yeah, it's usually helpful. Any of the, not just Autism Speaks, but they can help. And any autism organizations, the bigger ones, they usually can help with that. We have something here in Michigan called Autism Alliance of Michigan. And when I first started out for ABA and I had to fight for the insurance, they helped me out tremendously. So I would suggest start with Autism Speaks. That's a great place. They can probably connect you with somebody, but also any other autism organizations, the bigger ones that are in your community. Oh, look who popped up. There's my Linda. Wait a minute. Now I have to put on my.
Yeah.
Now I have to
Let
put
me.
on my.
Okay.
Hey, RS.
She said, "Hey, Steve." Sorry. Yeah, I was just about to join you too, and Steve said you were having people on.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you know me. I was gonna make it an hour exactly,
Mm-hmm.
and I threw the link in because I came in about 6:40, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, something like that.
Oh, okay. What
Okay.
am I?
Hi, Emily. Welcome. Emily says she's new and she's asking Sheena where in North Carolina. Emily is a single parent of 23 years. Oh, I'm sorry. Single parent of a 23-year-old autistic son. Welcome, Emily. That's Linda's daughter's name, Emily.
That's who you were talking. I looked up. I thought Steve had her or something.
Hi, Donna D. Hi, have you heard of brain balance? And do you know? No, no, I haven't heard of brain balance.
A probiotic or something.
Oh, I don't. What is brain balance? That's probably what she was talking about earlier. I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Sounds like it, huh?
But, yeah.
Hey, Clara,
So,
and hey, Lisa. Sorry.
aw, thank you, Claire. Clara Bear. Hey, Lori, how are you?
Hey, Angela.
And for those of you who are new, this is Linda, the other admin of this wonderful establishment.
Sorry, I was late. I had a dental appointment.
Oh, okay.
They gave me all these shots and couldn't get me numb. But my mouth is numb, but not where it needs to be numb. So my mouth is all funny and stuff. But
It
it was like over
feels
20.
funny.
Yeah, it was like over 20 something shots, and I still wasn't. The tooth
Ouch.
still isn't numb. Yeah, so they're gonna
Really?
put. Yeah, they're gonna put me under on Thursday. Yeah,
Girl?
yeah. I was like, those shots
Ouch.
were hurting. Yeah, they were hurting. They still hurt.
Oh, hi, Jay. Jay says, hello, I'm new here. I just want to say I am a huge supporter of autism. My son has it, and I also sponsor a race car. And each year we race, we have the autism puzzle piece on the race car to show others we support. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. That's a great way. And my son loves racing. Oh my God. He would absolutely go crazy over that. And Nana says, my son of 6 years has started kissing a class female mate lately. May I know if I know it's part of their growing up. I am from Ghana. Oh, welcome. Oh, he's 6 and he started kissing. Oh, okay. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Esther and Daisha, and thank you, Lisa. Oh, hey, Mary as well. Oh no, brain balance. It takes $10,000. It's no. It takes no insurance. You got to pay cash or get a loan.
Oh,
But I
Rachel says
heard
it's a
the other
center.
works. Oh, okay.
$10,000.
Crazy. That's great. There's some.
ten
Yeah, there.
thousand dollars. Okay.
That the dogs. The dogs cost about what 12.
Yeah.
I've seen as high as 19.
Emily, my son graduated from high school and is now in a special needs adult day program. He's learned to cook and make his own bed. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Who yeah, who was that? I'm sorry. That was saying that was Sharita. Um any day programs which Emily just mentioned.
Our school district sent home a paper yesterday. They're doing a like a seminar kind of thing, or I forgot what kind of thing it is, but it's next week, and it's to talk about all the things for junior high and high school going on after high school. It talks about all the programs and all the jobs and things like that. Because in high school they can get jobs. Like I think next year, yeah, because Emily would be 16, she can do the jobs. So
Awesome. Yeah.
even if somebody goes with her, she can still do them. Anyway, so they have all the people in our area get together and come together for this. Like it's like a job fair, but it's not a job fair. It's I forgot, but it's called something fair. But anyway, so we're gonna go and we're gonna learn about all the things and opportunities that are open for Emily, even higher education, if that was
Awesome.
the route.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat.
Carla says, have anyone else child, excuse me, ever had wandering issues? My little boy was four with only six children in his preschool, and he somehow got away from three adult teachers. Oh my goodness. Praise God that some guys on a motorcycle found him. That was years ago. But I have seen a lot of autistic children get away from their parents. I live in Tennessee. Yes, yes. I've heard so many stories of wandering. So, yeah, I'm absolutely positive. And even in the group, there are a lot of stories that have gone on about children getting away from their parents. But thank God someone found your baby. Yeah, Donna says it's a facility that provides various therapy for children with ADHD and autism. And Nicole says, I've heard of brain balance, but it doesn't work with children with autism. I have tried it with my son who is autistic and ADHD. Yeah, I guess that's like with anything. Works for some, it may not work for others
Yeah.
or in certain situations. But
Hey,
$10,000?
right? Yeah. Hey, Carla. And a lot of it falls back to the same things that you would learn over time with ABA.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed
Um,
that with a lot of these different therapies, a lot of things they do in ABA or the progress they made can be made with continuous therapies.
exactly. Or the same amount of time. Like, say it's
Yep.
something that costs this big, but then it can take like 8 to 10 years.
Right. Right.
Hey, Carla. And Esther says tracking devices. Yeah.
Oh, for wandering. Yes.
Yeah. What we
Yeah.
have on Emily is she has a Apple Watch, and it has the GPS locations. Like we can check our phone to see where she is, and she keeps her watch on pretty good.
Jonah, it doesn't bother her?
Mm,
Okay.
and she does good.
Joanna, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm new. I love this group. Show so much support. Excuse me. I'm from New York City and have 5 kids. My 2 youngest are autistic. Thank you so much for this group and the amazing parents on here. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Myra's question is it normal for my 12-year-old to be doing bad stuff in school? What do you mean bad stuff? What would you consider being bad? Is he hyper and just doesn't want to sit still? Is he causing issues in the school? What is considered bad stuff?
And is it progressed to that, or is he just not stopped with it? Are you asking like is he too old? He should outgrow it, or he's just starting to do it? Uh, Daisha says her son got out of her mom's house at 2, and he was missing about 45 minutes before he was found. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Oh my goodness. 2 years old too.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
My
goodness.
goodness.
But thank God he was found. Thank you.
Yeah. Hmm.
Emily says the one her son goes to, the day program, is called Ryan Bridge. It's here in Davidson, North Carolina, and it's a godsend. Oh, beautiful.
Good.
He's even working 1 day a week at the Ada Jenkins Food Bank. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice, nice.
That's really awesome.
That's what I seen. I seen how when our kids grow up or people on the spectrum grow up, they can have jobs and they can take even a one-to-one with them to help. And the one-to-one is getting paid to be a one-to-one, but the person on the spectrum can go and have a job and still feel that independence or that need to do something and have a job. Um, Melissa wants to know, how can she get an IEP for her son? Melissa, how old is your son? In what grade? And sorry, does he have a diagnosis, official diagnosis?
Yeah, you would probably need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
The diagnosis would help with the
Yes.
IEP, definitely. And Justice uses angel sense. How is that working with you, Monique? We see so much about angel sense. Has it been
Mm-hmm.
helpful?
The
Uh,
only, the only reason why we didn't use our angel sense was because it was big. So to attach it to her clothes was we didn't know where to attach it where she wouldn't be bothered by it.
what is it, like a box? Like,
It's like a ours was like kind of narrow. It was maybe about this size, and it's like rectangular. And then you clip it onto their clothing, and it might have gotten smaller over the years, but it's kind of like it's a little bit heavy. But it's like you can listen for an hour of so much time of where they are. You can like tune into them, but then other than that, it's just the GPS device on them. And then it's supposed to have a certain alert if it hits water.
oh wow. Oh, Monique says he hates it.
Yeah.
um. Oh, Sheena says he's has anyone tried martial arts or sports for their autistic kids? Has it helped? Anyone's kids into sports? Emily does sports, does she? Doesn't she? Or she
No,
has?
she likes sports, but yeah, she's never like did it
Oh, okay.
separately from school. No, she plays all the sports at school, but she's never done it separately as yeah.
And Monique says it's been very helpful, but he hates it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
great.
It's good too because they can't unless they take the certain clothing off, they can't take the device off. It needs a certain key. They can just take it off.
Okay.
So it is really good. It's better than the watch, but Emily keeps her watch on, so that does work as long as it doesn't die.
And Myra says this is the one that was saying her son has been doing bad stuff in school. He's been pulling his pants down and hitting a girl. Has this just started? I mean, wow.
And is
He's
he acting like
acting out. Oh, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I was just saying maybe he's acting out for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Or I was wondering too, I guess where on the spectrum he is, and then is he acting a certain way because he likes the girl?
Yeah. Yeah, he's 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and coming to that age and
Mm-hmm.
girls around, and he doesn't know any other way to express
Yeah.
that, hey, I like you. So
Yeah. Exactly.
Emily says we've only had one tragedy. Zachary's I'm sorry. Zachary's father and I divorced 15 years ago. Cough coming. And last year he committed suicide. Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Oh.
that. It's been hard, but we are working through it. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh. Sorry.
And Monique says, nope, it's big and heavy still. And Monique, Justice plays swimming and soccer for sports.
Okay.
Awesome. Is he a
Oh,
good
so
swimmer? Awesome.
oh, and Carrie's son does swimming too.
Okay.
Yeah. So swimming and what did she say? Soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And Emily says her son is in the on the Special Olympics swim team. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Myra says it only happened once, but his dad and her, they think it's for attention. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that,
Yeah.
that's probably what that is. Definitely for
And
attention.
that's why I asked where on the spectrum he was, because younger boys will act a certain way when they like a girl. So I was thinking his mentality might be like that. Um, and especially because autism affects social communication, anyways.
So, Lori, how did your meeting go? I hope everything went well for you. Justice, Special Olympics swimming, and soccer for disabled children. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I was talking with Maya DeAndre's BT. We were talking about the karate, trying to get, I'm sorry, into karate just to kind of get that energy going. So, but we have
Yeah.
to find someone that's nearby
Mm-hmm.
that can work with special needs kids. And so far, we've had no luck. She does know a guy, but we have to get in contact with him and see if he, because you want to have someone that has the patience.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely, yeah.
hopefully we can
Yep.
find one and get them into some kind of karate, over the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, everybody.
And Carla says yes, those are good, especially for the ones you have a key to. The ones that doesn't likes it, they can't take them off. Yeah, exactly. They'll take them off if they can remove them, and of course they can feel it. They're going to take it off. I always thought someone might take Emily's watch, or she might take it off and leave it somewhere. She's pretty good. She's lost it a few times in the house going to bed, and maybe it fell like behind the bed or something like that. But I guess Monique says it's still bulky though. And I know it was heavy too. Um, Jay says, hi, maybe I can get some tips on potty training for my son. For number 2, his 10, he goes number 1, but for some reason he's scared to sit on the toilet, so he goes on a diaper, unfortunately. Um, I can tag you under 2 things that I did about potty training. It has a lot of information, and I can tag you on there and get you over there. And Nita knows some of this as well. Um, and there's a few here. They're going through the same thing.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Um, Nicole. Nicole says my son Malachi plays softball, basketball for Special Olympics, and my daughter plays basketball for awesome. That's awesome. Keep them active. I'm gonna have to find a Special Olympics team here to get in touch with organization for that. Get DeAndre because he has to be in something this summer because he really enjoyed the sports camp that he went to this summer, but it only
Mm-hmm.
lasted. But he had an awesome
How
time.
long was it?
It was just for the
Oh,
week,
just for the week. Oh, okay.
but they should have did it longer. They're gonna do it again,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they should expand that because all of the kids they really
Yeah.
enjoyed. They had so many different things. They had the soccer, the baseball, the basketball. Um, they had the little crafts they could do. It was awesome. It was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. I was looking. I was like, I wish we had something like that.
Emily says, I've been getting a lot of great assistance through the Arc of North Carolina. Okay. Including respite care.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
That's awesome.
That's what I was going to talk about. So respite care. So there's in-home respite that we have, and then there's out of home respite. And if you check with whoever provides your respite services or who pays for those respite services, so the company is getting paid to provide the respite services where the timesheets are turned in. Whoever pays them would know more about what I'm talking about. So, so our regional center pays an outside service to provide our respite care. Um, the regional service also, I found out, will provide out of home respite care 21 days a year. So I can use those in combinations of 1 day trips around doing activities with the group, like say going to the zoo or the ocean or to Lake Tahoe, or even they had a 3 or 4 day cruise to Mexico. So I can spend those days on that, or I can spend it the 1 days, or I can spend it on a 10 day camp or a 4 day camp or 2 day weekend camp. So any combination of days that add up to 21 days a year is what they'll pay for. And I seen, like, for example, I think it was the 4 day camp cost almost $3,000, but the regional center pays for it. So it was, and then like the 1 day trips are like I think 300 or something like that. But you can have them in a ratio with an adult with 3 other people and an adult, 3 to 1 or 1 to 1. And 1 to 1 is only, I think I have a copay like $25. If it's a 1 to 1, it's $40.
Okay.
So it seems really worth it. It was a lot of activities they're doing. What do they have? They have an amusement park coming up on the last day of this month.
All right.
But yeah, they have bowling and like a Disney movie or something this weekend is one of the trips. Every weekend they have something going.
Awesome. Yeah, that
So,
sounds like fun.
yeah, that's what I was thinking more than anything. And it's not really respite that I'm looking for. It's the activities that, with her peers.
Joanna says, one of my boys, Jeremiah, is 4 with severe autism, still wants to sleep in the bed with me and my husband. He has his own bed. He will fall asleep in his bed, but would still get up and come to our bed. Any tips on how to get him to stay a full night in his own bed? I've had that happen. It happened for a long time. My son would not go to sleep without me, or when he did fall asleep in his bed, he would get up like maybe 2 hours and kind of sleepwalk into my room because he just needed to be up under me. It took a while. We had to keep working with him, and with ABA because she started staying um, when it was just at bedtime. Um, kind of make him
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable in his own room without playing his games or
Mm-hmm.
making a mess. But yeah, he did it for a long time. But you just have to keep, working with him and coaching him to sleep in your own room because I need my space. And if you're getting older, you don't need to be in the bed with mommy. I'm sorry. Yeah, just keep working with him.
I think so, yeah.
Mm,
Carla says, when my two were little, Tennessee only had respite care for the elderly, sadly.
wow. But they have it for the adults now, right? Is she saying
Yeah,
that?
yeah, most places has it even for adults. Not everyone, unfortunately, has it for uh, the before 18 years old,
Okay.
for the minors. But for the states that do have it, there is a medical waiver. So even if you don't qualify for Medicaid, you can qualify to put the waiver in and still qualify for the respite services.
Oh, you're welcome, Joanna. Yeah, just keep working with them. Eventually, um, yeah, we had to keep it up. And now the funny thing is, the only thing he'll come in my room and make sure I'm up bright and early. If he gets up early, he's coming in there either saying he'll say good morning, and then the next thing coming out his mouth is pancakes. Becky.
He's talking a lot every time I
A
see him.
lot.
Hmm.
A lot. Hi, Ellen. Ellen says hello.
Hi, Ellen.
So I'll briefly, once again, for those of you who just joining us, we started the mentorship program in the group. We're in this trial period, so we're going to try it
Uh-huh.
out and see if it works out with connections. So if you are interested in being a one-on-one mentor with someone who may need that one-on-one attention, please make sure you sign up. I pinned the link in the group, or in the chat area, or when you're in the group, just click on mentorship. I think it's a great opportunity. It's free. It's for our group members to try it out. The best thing is you communicate through your inbox, and if you start feeling comfortable with your mentor or your mentee, you can share your phone numbers. um, but it's a great way to connect with someone. It may be a grandparent searching for another grandparent to talk with, or maybe you have an adult on the spectrum and looking for another adult who where you guys can, you know, connect and share information. Maybe you're new to the diagnosis and need a seasoned parent to kind of help you out and guide you with that one-on-one. So we're going to test it out
Hmm.
for a couple of weeks. Thank you to everyone who signed up already. So please sign up to be a mentor. And if you're looking for a mentor, just click on mentorship and you'll see a list of different members who signed up and are willing.
Yeah, and it's good too. I mean, even if it's not somebody mentoring somebody, maybe it's just that somebody you need to talk to at a certain time. Some things are just rough at that time. You need somebody to understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
That somebody could sign up to be the mentor, to do that, to be the listening ear. Um, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be full of a whole bunch of advice and knowledge and things like that. Sometimes it's just somebody being there. So I like that program. It looks really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So hopefully we can get these connections made and it works out
Yes.
for everybody.
Yep.
And Jane, my baby is 13 and he just started speaking. He was nonverbal for years. And so last couple of years he has just, well, this year
Hmm.
especially, he's just been trying to form words and talking and talking and
Hmm.
talking and talking and talking.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, because even when I seen him the first time was 2017,
Yeah.
and it was nothing close to this. Nothing.
Right. So he has progressed so much,
Hmm.
and I I'm thankful for the ABA therapy because his BT has really been awesome, and she's helped him to get these words out as
Hmm.
well as us working with them too. So he's just been talking and
Yeah.
singing,
Yeah.
singing. Oh my God!
What's funny too is I was watching one of his videos and he was reading. But
Yeah,
the way that he was reading, he probably was reading before he was even speaking.
yeah,
Because
in his little head.
yeah, exactly. Because and it makes sense because that praxia, but
Yeah,
he you could tell how, he couldn't have progressed that soon with reading. He had to been reading before. He had to
yeah,
understand the whole concept. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And hey, Kenneth. Kenneth says, "Hey, Nita and Linda."
Hey,
And Karina says, "Hi, how are you doing?" Hey, Karina. And then Carla says that she can possibly help someone. Oh, that's going to be
well,
good.
right. Please sign up.
Mhm.
We want to fill that mentor area up. So please sign up. If you can't click on the link in here, when you go into the group, it'll menu. And if you're using a computer or on the menu at the top, it'll say mentorship if you're using a phone. So we want to get as many mentors to sign up as possible.
Hmm.
Thank you, and we appreciate it. And in 2 weeks, 2 weeks, once we get a feel for this, we'll come back on the live and we'll talk about it and see how connections are going. And if you want to remain anonymous about who you're mentoring, that's absolutely fine. You do not have to share that information, but we want to see how it's going. And Desi, hi Desi. I have a 3-year old granddaughter with autism nonverbal, and also now a 16-week-old granddaughter with Down syndrome with no hearing. Trying to help my daughters is super hard. Just be there. Make sure you are that support for them because they definitely need your support. And Donna D says, any advice for help with nonverbal 4-year-old? He gets very frustrated that we don't know what he wants and becomes very aggressive as well and has trouble with unfamiliar places. Any advice for a 4-year-old nonverbal child who gets frustrated? Well, the frustration's coming because he wants you guys to understand him,
Hmm.
and no one's understanding what he's saying. But
And is he 100% nonverbal? Um, or is he low verbal? The biggest thing is to ABA helps with it, but I know not everybody has ABA. Is to give him a way to communicate certain things. So there might be a common thread of things or a common situations that he tries to communicate and he gets frustrated by you not understanding. Maybe when you do figure out each of those situations, is to give him a way to explain it to you. Um, like say, I guess you know how like he probably will lead you to what he wants and point to it. Try to give him a way to communicate, whether it's by PECS, you know, the pictures system, where he can give you a picture and tell you what's wrong. Give him a means to communicate that's not verbal, and that
and,
will cut the frustration down.
and Ellen, if the link is not working in the chat area, when you go into the group, just look on the menu. The left side, you'll see it says mentorship. Just click on that. Or if you're using your cell phone, at the top of the group, the menu at the top, you'll see it says mentorship. Just click on that and you'll see it.
And who is that?
That was Ellen. She said the link in the chat, I guess, wasn't working.
What's her last name?
Let me get back here. Levy Welch. Ellen Levy Welch. Jane says that's fantastic talking and reading. Love it with a milestone. You must be so proud. I am. I really am. The only thing that drives me nuts is he has one song on the brain that he has over and over and over again. Eye of the Tiger. So if you guys ever see me put up a video, he's always Eye of the Tiger. So that's his song. And then you have to announce him. He likes to be announced like a boxer. So you have to do the whole routine and he'd be like, "Yay!"
That is so cute.
That's awesome. I read to my 4-year-old all the time. So hopefully, yes, Donna, it probably is. It probably is.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Oh,
Kenneth, Carla, and Ellen, I tagged under the mentorship program.
okay. Great. Thank you. Please sign up. We need as many mentors as possible. If you can spare a hour a week, a couple hours a week, that would be awesome to connect with someone. And if you need to connect with a mentor, please go in. All you have to do is choose whichever one you feel the connection with and click on start a conversation, and that will get you started from there. Thank you so much to everyone who signed up. Share,
And
share, oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Shara Lee says hello. Please, I could so with some advice. My 8-year-old son has been diagnosed with autism, also ADHD, Tourette's, and his behavior is getting worse by the day. He does speak in mainstream school. He does speak in mainstream school, but they're on about putting him in a school for autistic children. So you don't want him to be in another school. I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, she's. Can I use some advice? I mean, I could use some advice. Yeah, and then yeah, he's looks like he's in mainstream school. I just don't know if she's
For it or
they're,
against it.
yeah, they're talking about putting him in one. Yeah, yeah, if she's for and against it. Yeah. And Shanti says take dairy and gluten out of his diet. Um, we know that that may help with some, maybe. Some people have seen some change with that, and some people haven't.
Yep.
Um,
Just like with anything else,
mhm,
I always say
mhm,
some works with some and some.
yeah, because even with people not on the spectrum, if they have a gluten intolerance, it can change the way they're behaving and thinking and acting. Um, ABA, and she also says ABA is really helpful.
Hmm. And Shara Lee says, I suffer really bad with depression. Sometimes I feel like he's better off without me. Okay, so you're saying the autistic school, they keep him there, or is it a school where he will
Um,
go to every day? So I'm guessing it's a school where he stays all week. Or hi, Barbara. I have a 4-year-old nonverbal, and we use PECs to communicate. Yeah, PECs are
yeah,
great.
it is. And Carla says some probiotics help for some leaky gut, helps with yeast imbalance. Also, it does. That probiotics will. And she says yes, my two are stuck on only certain things strictly. Um, and don't stop praying. It works. Hi, Brandy and Israel. And to Shara Lee, where she says she suffers from depression and sometimes feel like he's better off without her because she's failing him. I think through the different times and different years and everything, when you have a child who's on the spectrum, you go through different things. You go through maybe it's my fault. You go through, am I doing enough? Am I reaching out? Am I getting all the resources? And you feel like so much time is going by so quickly, and they're falling farther and farther behind. But I think it's natural to feel like that sometimes, that you're failing them or failing him, but that doesn't make it so. That just is just. I was talking with somebody this morning, and I was thinking, I was saying that um, moms will second guess themselves, and the moms who don't second guess themselves on anything, whether they're neurotypical or not, are usually the ones that people question their mothering. But a good mom, I think, will always feel like no matter how much she does, there's something more she could be doing.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
don't beat
Don't beat
yourself up.
yourself up.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're definitely in the right place. You're, in the right place, looking for resources, looking for, uh, you know, encouragement and things like that. So finding out what other people are doing and asking for advice. So you're doing the right things. You're taking the time to do it.
Yeah, because I know I went through plenty of emotions, and I still do every
Yeah.
now and then. I sit back and I ask why. you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's natural. I mean, we're
Yeah.
parents. We want to know what happened, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where did I go wrong? But
Yeah.
I love my baby, my little blue.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, you know what I had to focus on was stop trying. I'm trying to not waste my time on the why, but trying to put my energies into the what can I do now.
Yeah.
Am I doing enough right now?
How
And
can
I
I
try.
help?
Exactly. And then on that note, I try not to get negative and think, oh no, I'm not doing enough. I try to focus on the things that are happening and the things that are getting done. um Carla says, Shirley, please don't ever think they are better off without you. Don't ever think. Okay, Shirley says, please don't ever. Shirley, Carla says, Shirley, please don't ever think they are better off without them. But I think she meant you. They need you more than anything, and you have to stay strong, and you will find out that you are. That's true. Sometimes you look back and you think about you're looking ahead and you're looking now and ahead, in the near future, and you're thinking, I can't do this, I can't go through that, I'm not going to be able to handle this, I'm not going to. And then before you know it, you're looking behind and you're saying, I got through that, and we went through this, and we went through that, and you made it through. And every time you get through something like that, you're stronger than you were.
Mhm.
And be sure to pay attention to those things, because when you see those milestones, uh, it's all that much more encouraging, and you know that you can do more. More things can come at you and you'll be okay. There were times that I was like, I can't do this no more. I mean, like, I think it was last year's IEP. Oh my goodness. I remember I was on here crying.
I'm for it to help him in any way possible. But also, he is doing very well in the mainstream school. He's in, he's in. He's come on the school. He doesn't stay there, but I'm not sure if it is right decision for him. But also, I do not get help with my son's behavior by family or school apart from trying him in a different school. Okay, you don't have that support system. Yeah, well, that would be if he doesn't stay there, and it's just if you don't have that support and you know you need it, though, I would kind of consider weigh your pros and cons with that. It I can already tell you're thinking about it because you're bringing it up,
Mm-hmm.
and if you need the support and they can offer better support than the mainstream school, then try it out. I
Mm-hmm.
had that decision a while back. Um, there was a special needs school here in Detroit that they were going to put my son in, and I had to weigh the pros and cons at that time. He wasn't talking. You know, he had the ADHD, and um, but the difference with me, I had the support. So it was like either send them there for that type of support or send them to a mainstream so he can kind of, get the socialization with other children around. And I had to make that decision. So I understand, but um, not having the support can be rough. So kind of sit back and, like I said, you're thinking about it because you brought it up. So just make sure you weigh your options and do
Yeah.
what's best for you and him.
And we had this come up. It was a spectrum school, and so everyone's on the spectrum. And we thought about it. I think when she was in kindergarten, first grade, and maybe up until second grade. And we thought about it, and our concern was if she ever does anything mainstream, or she has the opportunity to do some classes mainstream, she won't be able to do that at a spectrum school. So that's what kind of held us up. Now, uh, if if I had the opportunity, if she wasn't in a good program right now at her school, which is mostly, I think they only have lunch. I think with they can have electives though with mainstream. I don't know if she will though, but now I can see that I know more solidly that she won't be doing the academic mainstream any programs like that. That I would consider more the spectrum school now because she'd be with her peers. So
That's what I'm doing next year for
mhm.
high school.
I think it's
But
more important when they get older. Yeah.
yeah, for high school because more of life skills for him.
Exactly.
Because our reality is he's not going to be in that world. He may be able to live on
hmm
a little independence, but not
hmm
much. But the
Exactly.
reality is he needs the life skills now. And that's what
hmm
I'm focused on. And then plus I am worried to death about bullying in high school. I'm
hmm
sorry.
Yeah.
So he'll be next year he'll be going to a high school just for autism
Yeah.
related.
Yeah, so that's where I think it makes a big difference. And see, and Emily's in high school now, and we thought it, and I would have started considering it in junior high. That was when I started to think about it. And then, so like I was talking about the camps and things like that, it's all special needs, it's all her peers, and I'm way more comfortable with that than because that's who's her peers.
Yeah,
It just makes more sense to me. And Shirley's son is 8, so it's kind of it's still on that borderline where she
right.
can kind of yeah do the pros and cons and know more clearly in a little bit more time.
Okay, is there anyone who wants to come on? Is there anyone? I'm gonna put the link in again, and if you would like to come on and say hi, you are more than welcome. Let's see. We'll put it here. It's the StreamYard link. You are more than welcome to join us on the live chat. Yeah, I think we'll take it to 8:30. So I got to get in the tub. This has been a good Tuesday night
Mm-hmm.
and been a good one. So, for a makeup session. The link is not working. You can't click on. Oh, it probably. Let me see. You may have to like go out of the live and look in the comments and then click. Is that how it worked, Linda?
uh no, I think you'll have to do it after the live shuts down, right?
No, for the StreamYard.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing that.
Can you
Oh
copy?
yeah, you might have to go outside the you're right.
Yeah, or maybe you can copy and paste it. Maybe. Maybe that works. I don't know why it does that. That it isn't clickable.
Yeah, if you copy and paste it, I don't know if you can though. Oh, works on mine, the on my watch party I put it in there and it's clickable in that one.
I have a 2 year old. This is Nakia. Hi, Nakia. I have a 2 year old nonverbal. I wanted to know what can I do to help him to communicate with us. He takes me over to what he wants only. Thank you, Linda. Just finished speaking on that just a few minutes ago
Mm-hmm.
about communication. Okay, yeah, and walking. Yeah, that's one way. Um, Teaching him basic sign language is another way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hex.
yeah, PECs. That's
Mm-hmm.
another way. Thank you so much for listening to me. Means a lot more than you'll ever know for someone to actually. Oh, you're welcome, Ellie.
You're welcome, Shirley.
So welcome.
Um, Uh, Ali, Elise says, "My son is having some trouble with reflecting before acting. We are trying to get him to count to 10 before reacting in anger. Any suggestions?" Um, what they're doing with Emily in ABA is what they're doing preemptively is, so if she's doing something, she's playing, she has 2 hours of ABA. During that, so they may be reading a story, playing with Play-Doh, things like that. So every maybe 10 minutes, or yeah, maybe 10 minutes, uh, the ABA tech tells her, let's take 10 deep breaths, or let's do some breathing. And so they're kind of having it regularly where she's paying attention to a calming technique, not when she gets upset, but all the time. So, and then she does know when she does get upset to take deep breaths and stay calm. And when they're taking the deep breaths, their heart rate's going down and they're calming down. It's a proven science that when you are taking deep breaths like that, and oxygen is coming, everything's calming down. So, maybe teaching him techniques when he gets angry, go to the technique, and then when he's doing that, he's probably thinking and calming down.
Yeah, we do that with DeAndre to calm him down from the ADHD. So I like take his hands, and if he's jumping around and very, very excited, we do the
Mm-hmm.
countdown. Okay, let's slow it down. And we also do
Mm-hmm.
it for the meltdowns. So if he's having a
Mm-hmm.
meltdown, we do the 10,
Mm-hmm.
9, and it really helps. It does help.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's what I think. Practicing the calming techniques, even without the meltdown, yeah, and then with the meltdown, and then like Nita said, with the activity, things like that, just getting him regularly in tune with knowing how his body feels when he's practicing that technique.
Hi, Tracy. Tracy says, I'm just seeing this. What is this program about? Are you a part of the group, the autism support group, or are you coming from the main page? My son is 9 years old. He started suffering from anxiety last year. He's very emotional. He really was ever social, and his emotional roller coaster is getting worse. He's suffering in school now, but he isn't eligible for an IEP because he's not
Mm.
suffering academically. Just remembering and organizational. He was diagnosed with ADHD, but I feel he's on the spectrum. Oh, okay. So he hasn't had an autism diagnosis.
But didn't you say that uh, was it Jasmine had an IEP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with just ADHD.
Yeah. With yeah, dyslexia and ADHD. Not ADHD. She had ADD.
Okay. Oh, that's why
Yeah.
I hesitated. I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
it had the hyperactivity or
No,
not.
she wasn't hyper, but
Okay.
she was able with her IEP. She was able, if she was struggling in
Mm-hmm.
class, she could just raise her hand, let the teacher know she was leaving, and go to the resource room. So
That's right.
that that gave her the opportunity to take her time and do her work. And anytime she felt overwhelmed in class, she could just go to the resource room and
Mm-hmm.
sit in there.
Yeah. Uh, who said that? Who asked that? What's her name? Tracy.
That's Tracy.
Okay, Tracy. So I looking right here, and it says if your child's ADHD is so severe that it causes major impairment, he might qualify under IDEA, which is an acronym spelling IDEA. If so, a document called an Individual Education Plan (IEP) is designed to outline the services, accommodations, special education, and/or goals for your child. So, ADHD is a qualifying diagnosis for an IEP. So, I would start to look at getting that diagnosis on paper, taking it to the school, and trying to get the IEP written up for him.
And now with my daughter, in my daughter's case, hers was actually through the school. Her teacher noticed she needed help. So
Mm.
we went. I didn't even have to take her to the doctor. It was
Mm-hmm.
actually, and I can't think of her name, but I am so thankful for her. It was her, I want to say her history teacher. Her history teacher pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, I noticed Jasmine is struggling."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so she got it started. So if the teacher notices something, if you communicate well with this teacher, her or his teachers, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
they can probably help you with the process. And this was the first time I had ever had anything to do with IEP. And I still, at that time, I didn't understand as much about it as I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even, she didn't even have a official doctor's report. It was because her teacher noticed she was struggling.
Yeah, that's good. That's when it always comes the easier way around when the school notices things first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I have it and gave it to them.
Okay. So then there's also where it says follow these steps to take the hassle out of getting an IEP. Um, and number three is decide which laws are applicable in your situation. And then develop an IEP plan that you think is good and the accommodations that he needs. Um, with that, then you make a set up a meeting with the evaluation team. So the evaluation team usually consists of it's always going to consist of the principal, the teacher, and if he has any other services, say like speech or anything like that, it would consist of everybody. But I would start with the principal and his teacher. There also is so the acronym here is a certain one because of my school district's letters, but so ours is called SELPA. But there is some other services that's above your school district that helps with special needs situations that you need to work on with the school district, but it's above the school district when you're not getting anywhere. So you might want to look into that for the special education services, and then they will go back down, and then they will go and talk and help you situate things with your school district. So with ours, it's the county of superintendents, and at that department, you ask for special education, and you get your foot in the door that way, and have them help you get this done. Actually, ours is it stands for, so it's SELPA, and it stands for Special Education Local Plan Area. And that's the acronym here in California.
Okay, I was looking at the mentorship um, sign up. We were trying to figure out about the mentee, but now I see. If you click on, you don't have to necessarily click on the link, but if you want to become a mentor, you click on the blue bar, which is become a mentor. Or if you want to become a mentee or need a mentor, you click on get support. So now I got it. We're still working it out. Okay. So I just put a post in the group. So if anyone's interested in becoming a mentor in the group, please be sure to sign up. And Tracy says, thank you for the information.
You're welcome. It looks like the one in New York is called Special Education, EMSC colon NYSED.
Okay, so I am about to. We're gonna log off here for the night. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and we may be back Thursday if all goes well. Um, Couple of reminders: don't forget to sign up for a mentor. Read about the program in the group. Click on mentorship. If you want to become a mentor, we're looking for others, one-on-one support, or just click on, once you get into mentorship, click on to be a mentor or click on to get support to be a mentee. So we'll talk about it in a couple weeks. Second thing is our fundraiser is still going on, and we do need your support for our upcoming event this coming April. We are doing a thank you giveaway drawing for a 7-piece autism awareness wall hanging. Donate $5. You'll get 5 entries into the drawing. The information for that drawing and the pictures of the beautiful wall hangings that were created by hands by a lovely young lady named Jasmine, who created it just for us, for our giveaway. You could check out that post. It's pinned right at the top of the group. Also, want to remind you, all the dads, we have a dads group just for men only. You can check out the information for that under the announcements area. And for those of you who are interested in homeschool support, we also have a homeschool group that is also under I know I'm tired, announcement area. So make sure you just click on announcements and everything is there. Thank you all. Linda, you want to add something before we leave?
Nope, that was it. Yep, you covered it all.
This has been awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Tuesday
you.
night's edition. Join us possibly Thursday, and we'll do it all over again. Thank you guys so much for tuning
Thank
in
you.
this evening.
And everybody have a good night.
Night night.
Night. Bye.